Right now we're doing one of my favorite pastimes. As you can tell, it's looking rather nice. I went ahead and did the back too, but it's so dirty I don't think you're going to be able to tell. Myself and the employees have spent countless hours buffing this one spot, and it's finally come up. We got about 8 more hours on this single door, and she'll be ready for biz. It's the next morning. That is looking great. Trying to stay motivated with the cutting and buffing process is the biggest battle. But the instant gratification you get looking back at that piece you just finished makes it worth it all. I'm doing a 2-step buff and cut with a wax to finish it off. The first project at hand. We're going to be trying to make this look more like that side over there, if you could tell. Got a couple tips up my sleeve. Go back here, grab this here shout, just like the song goes. Shout, shout, shout it all out. These are the things I could shout about. Yeah, now. I brought my handy dandy shampooer, and we're gonna get going on it. All right, bye. Okay, so we sprayed her down. Now we're just honky tonk agitation. All right, here's some stills of the finished seats. Unfortunately, there's a tear now. Late start today, but we picked up the new oil. I run the Rotella for the zinc, yada, yada, yada. New fuel pump. I think we're running into an issue with it not priming fast enough and at idle. So subsequently the car's dying. Probably chase down some electrical leaks and start her up. I've only had one Monster Energy today, so production's down. We got the old pump out. Aquí. New pump aquí. We're gonna check out these bells and whistles and see what we're gonna reuse, what we're not. For those of you wanting the high gloss finish without the high gloss dollar, I'm gonna recommend you go out to someone's shed, find some steel wool. Everyone's got it except for myself. We're gonna take a look at this. Disgusting, gross. No one wants to look at it. Wipe it off, still there. That's where your steel wool comes in. It'll take this rust right off. Look at that. Rusties! Per usual, testosterone high, morale low. We ran into one more hiccup. This has been a pretty easy journey, so I'm not going to complain. Is said alternator. I hooked this jumper box up, which happens to also read the alternator condition, which it replied bad. So I'm assuming it has something to do with this short right here. Also these wires leading up go to the horn, which when we had first hooked a battery up, the horn did work. So I'm assuming maybe just something got finagled. We're gonna make sure this alternator has good ground, and I don't know, I guess check generally anything to do with the wiring and go from there. We'll keep you updated. Does that look like a problem? Yeah, that looks like a problem. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hook this up to the battery and touch it with my tongue, and then we'll see what's going on. So I took the alternator out of the vehicle obviously. I'm gonna try to clean up these wires, and hopefully this does the trick. It doesn't look like an old alternator. It looks new. So I'm hard pressed to believe it's a bad one. Stay tuned. Next time you see like a rat ball just in the middle of wiring with custom electric tape, just investigate it a little bit more. Luckily, we crimped the terminal thing before we crimped these. So we're gonna chase this down and no goo and get this looking somewhat right. I'm not gonna say right, I'm just gonna wing it. I want to tighten this to, I'd call it like 2,000 foot-pounds. Now that this puppy's purring and ticking away, we're gonna take it down to the alternator shop and see if this alternator's all right. Oh, sorry. I don't know what this is. Maybe it fix our alternator? The alternator issue had me working for hours. Here I am swapping and reinstalling the alternator over and over. Okay, new alternator in. Haven't cranked it over yet. We're gonna crank it, hook the fluke meter up, test the voltage. Hope it goes all right. We're gonna have to jump some terminals on the voltage regulator as well. So bear with me. After hours, literal. Anyways, it's 4:35. I've pulled this alternator out at least 4 times. Bought the new alternator. I traced down any electrical leak that I could think of. I ended up fixing the brake light, took apart the headlights, put them back together. Decided let's gap the spark plugs, took all those out, gapped them. I've been waiting on this voltage regulator. That's what I think it is. And so I was like, well, the old one's here. Let's see if I could figure anything out. So I took her out. Let's see here. Here she is in all her OEM glory. I really want to keep it in there just because factory. Took off the little rivets there. And let's see if we cannot show you guys what is up. So right here, you can already see melted wire, and then goes there. I'm gonna try honky-tonking this, and let's see if something good happens. I mean, it's here, and hey, then I could keep this OEM factory one in and look really cool. So we're gonna put on our soldering pants and try that. All right, bye. Honky-tonking that voltage regulator ended up working, and I received the new voltage regulator in the mail the next day, so it all worked out. Threw that in and had her cranking, but ran into my next problem. Fast forward about 2 days. We've been tirelessly working in the shop. We had a uncle, you know, that mechanic uncle everyone's got. got a hold of him. He came by. We tried to tune this thing using the vacuum method. Carburetor shot. All right, if you couldn't notice from it pissing all over the place anytime you start it. So we got a rebuild kit on the way. We swapped out this distributor diaphragm. That was shot. So we're gonna be setting the timing here soon. The rest of today is kind of painting. If you want to take a look in the paint booth, tirelessly looking at paint codes. We mixed together some of the best stuff, mixed together perfect ratios, put it in a can here, spraying it on. Each one of these has one coat. I don't think we've touched on this. This is actually a fire alarm used as a security system, since, you know, the hoods weren't really locked back then. So if you pop the hood open, you'd be attacked by a fire alarm. So we're gonna give that a nice hammered silver, because we're hammer forging everything in this donkey. Anyways, see how it ends up. So this is how it turned out. Not a bad job, but only after drying did I realize that wasn't the blue we were looking for. I'm going to cut now to some before and after shots of the truck and what it looks like so far. There is still a lot more video. I just feel like 13 minutes is kind of that sweet spot. But if you would want to see more detailed and longer videos, just let me know in the comments below. Stay tuned for the next one. A lot more video to come. And as always, thanks for watching and subscribe. It makes it that much more motivating. Right on.